Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice, you shall pursue.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Call 0345 6060 973.
8:30, just coming up on 8:35. A number of anti-Semitic hate crimes reported to police in North London are being investigated to see if they're linked. Police were called to an area of Mill Hill where offensive graffiti was found on a recycling bin. The next day, a brick with anti-Semitic comments written on it was thrown through a window of a home in Edgware, and then several hours later, a swastika was drawn on a window in Mill Hill as well. Listening to that, Stephen Silverman, who's Director of Investigations and Enforcement at the Campaign Against Antisemitism. What does the London Mayor, what do the Met Police need to do as a result of what we're hearing? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. I think the point that needs to be made is a lot of attention has been drawn by the fact we've had a number of incidents occurring closely together over the weekend. But this type of explicit demonstration of hatred towards Britain's Jewish community is constant. There's been an absolute roll call of incidents just in the last month or so. 3 Jewish schools in London put on alert over bomb threats. In Stanmore, a Jewish gentleman physically assaulted, verbally abused and threatened. In Stamford Hill, a man arrested for shouting Heil Hitler and performing a Nazi salute directed at Jewish passers-by. This just goes on, particularly in those areas of London where the Jewish community is particularly visible. Now, it's all well and good for Sadiq Khan to say he'll increase patrols in the period around Holocaust Memorial Day. But, what is happening the rest of the time? The Shomrim, the Jewish Neighbourhood Watch Patrol, has to supplement police presence for the rest of the time. They get none of the state funding that's allocated for the protection of the Jewish community, and they do an absolutely fantastic job. But why they need it? The bottom line is that the government keeps talking about cracking down on anti-Semitism, but when it comes to the Jewish community, the state is in total dereliction of duty. We're in a position where the Campaign Against Antisemitism is having to protect Jews by prosecuting offenders privately using its own lawyers, where it's having to actually take the CPS to court by means of a judicial review because of some of its decisions not to prosecute extreme antisemitism. And this is a completely unacceptable situation. The authorities should really be in control of this, and they're not.
Let's see what the authorities bring up. Stephen Silverman, thank you, Director of Investigations and Enforcement at the Campaign Against Anti-Semitism.